How are you doing today, Ethan?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Good. I told you, we were talking about, how like my kid is born, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
congratulations.
Thank you. So it is nothing like in the movies at all. I was picturing it. Like, in the movies, people are screaming, crying, my wife, this and that, and it takes hours and water breaks. Nothing. So
no pure chaos yet?
No, nothing like that. And so the first, so the due date was the 16th, December 16th. And then they said we could have an option of getting the baby induced. We're like, sure, we could do that. But we said, okay, let's have it induced on the 16th, just in case, if it doesn't come before. So nothing came. So we went to the hospital, and then they said, hey, you're already having contractions. Myra doesn't feel it. And they put that, I think it's like Pitocin or something. And then, she's starting to feel it. I'm like, oh, is that okay? So they put it in the morning. And then funny thing is, so the doctor, so we went to Yankton, and it's AVEDA.
Yep.
Dr. Jill Sternquist. And then they said, hey, there's a med student that's shadowing. Is that fine? We're like, yeah. Funny thing is, it's a friend of ours, the med student.
Really?
Yeah, he goes to Hillside, or our church. His name is Matthew. I'm like, oh, snap. So, and it's like around 12 something. And, Myra's trying to, or the contraction's trying to go, but she doesn't feel it because, they put that epidural on there. And they're like, okay. They're, the monitor's on, and then she's having contraction. And she's like, okay. The nurses and the doctor's like, all right, push. Okay. She's pushing, nothing. And then it's like that for 30, 40 minutes. And then I see the head come out. And I'm asking Myra, like, are you good? Are you feeling? And she's like, I don't feel anything. I feel good. I'm like, okay. And she's pushing, and then baby comes out crying, this and that. And of course, it's all emotional. Someone's cutting onions. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it was that quick. I was like, huh. That
went way too smooth.
Yeah, it went fast. And then during the whole thing, I'm asking, during the whole entire thing, I'm asking like the nurses and, hey, do you like the job in this? Now, I was doing like a little interview for some reason. And the guy that was the doctor that was putting the epidural, I said, how'd you start? Or is this what you wanted to do since you were older or since you were younger? And he said, no. And he got it. So he started med school when he was 37.
Oh. Dang, yeah.
I was like, oh.
Kudos to him. It's quite the journey.
Yeah, the anesthesiologist. But no. So is this what you want to do, Ethan? Because you're a med student.
Yeah. So I've always wanted to since I was a kid. I grew up on a farm. Dad owned a sandblasting and painting business. And so all of us kids were pretty much just hired help, growing up. So we were always working pretty hard. And then part of my motivation to go this route was I didn't quite want to probably work quite that hard. But so I don't know. My mom always pushed me to go do something that I really loved. So I was like, I've always been interested in medicine. Us boys were always in the hospital growing up, riding horses and rodeoing and break an arm, break a leg, tear a ligament somewhere. So I spent a lot of time with doctors. And I was like, man, it's pretty cool what they do. Didn't ever think it was achievable.
There you go.
So kind of went on through life, and then went to school, undergrad, master's. Didn't get into medical school, and then I think it was my junior year of college I started my painting business. So I rocked that for a while, make some money. Then just kind of I took the MCAT, got a decent score, applied, got denied. The first year, waitlisted the second year, and then waitlisted the third. Now here we are. I got off the wait list. It was crazy.
There you go. Yeah, now you're in it.
It's like it's meant to be.
Oh, so how old are you?
29. Just turned November 27th. Birthday was on Thanksgiving.
I thought you look way younger.
Yeah, I'm like a child.
I'm 30.
It's hard to get in the bars half the time just because they're like, this is a fake. I promise. And I was like, it's not.
Finding insurance sucks. Lucky for y'all, I partnered up with Farm Bureau Financial Services. Need auto insurance? They got you. Need home insurance? Why not? You can bundle up and save a little bit because right now every dollar counts. They also do life, health, farm insurance. And if you have a bit of extra cash laying around, their financial services might help you out. Give John Cole a call and see what he can do for you. And tell him I sent you there. Links are in the description. Call 605-624-3011.
That's sweet. So you done you do rodeo or did rodeo?
Mm-hmm. I still do a little bit. I mean, obviously, since school started, I've slowed down quite a bit. But
so what kind of, or like, what did you do?
So my main event's team roping, like where someone ropes the horns, then you turn the steer, and then someone ropes the back feet.
Yeah.
So that I do a lot of that, like to this day. Back in high school and college, I'd do like steer wrestling where you jump off and you grab by the horns and you throw them. I'm severely too small for that, but I always tried to do it. I did okay for how big I was, but yeah, if I got the wrong steer, he'd just pick me up and run me to the other end. It wasn't very fun sometimes.
How big are the steers?
Probably like 400, 500 pounds, maybe somewhere in there. But yeah, and then my senior year of college, my wife's like, hey, we had a rodeo up in Brookings, and she's like, man, I just got a bad feeling. You shouldn't steer wrestle today. Something bad's gonna happen. I was like, shoot, I've been doing this forever. Never had an issue.
Ignore the wife. She doesn't know anything.
Immediately blew out my knee that night. So then that was the last time I steer wrestled. And so now I just team rope. But yeah, so no, that's how I paid for like a lot of my college, going through it and just, rodeoing and working.
Oh, so yeah. Have you ever been to Fort Worth?
No, I haven't. I've been to the Houston rodeo. That was pretty cool. So one of my teammate for team roping back when we were in high school, he's made like the NFR 2 times, I think now. And so like, he'll go rope at Fort Worth and Houston, all those.
Oh, snap.
That's pretty cool.
Have you ever done the bull riding?
I did twice.
How was it?
Terrifying.
Okay.
I mean, it was fun. It was like a fun terrifying. Like I had no idea what I was doing. I had a best friend from high school that was like, yeah, I really want to get into rodeo. And so like I taught him how to rope. Mm-hmm. And I had already had my partner lined up for, the summer rodeos. And so I couldn't rope with him. And he's like, man, what do I do? I said, shoot, just hop on a bull. And he's like, hop on a bull? I was like, yeah, why not? And he's like, all right. Bet. So we went on eBay, bought ourselves a bull rope, some shafts, the whole works, and we signed up for this rodeo. And my parents would never let me ride a bull. And so I was like, Mom, Dad, we're doing this rodeo. It's 4-H rodeo. They're tiny bulls. They're not even real bulls. Like, there's just no way. Like, we're fine. Like, these are just like our roping steers. We're good. Oh, okay, fine. We show up. They're huge. my mom about killed me. But so then I hopped on this bull. And we had no idea what we're doing. Luckily, the other cowboys were out there helping us out, showing us what to do. We had known nothing. Hop on. Shoot, I bet I fell off in half a second, not even the first time. And then we were signed up for 2 days. So then the next day, had to do it again. But that time I rode like almost 7 seconds. That was pretty good turnaround.
So how do you get a good score? Just the longest?
So you got to stay on for 8. And then after that, it's just judges base your performance, like how good you make it look, like how hard your bull bucks, and kind of a couple different factors. It's, it's kind of crazy. Not my realm, but yeah, it was terrifying. Like I blacked out the first time. I like hit the ground, bull landed on my leg. I'm like running out. I'm like, like, couldn't hardly remember the last like 10 seconds.
Oh.
And then like, I don't know, 6 hours later, we're like walking around and all of a sudden I'm like, damn, my leg hurts. Why does my leg hurt? I like lift up my jeans, like from my ankle all the way up to my knees, just like black from where that bull landed on my calf. But no, it's fun. Rodeo's fun. Build some character. A lot of great people in it. Like that's where some of the best people I know come from that background.
Ladies, looking for a salon with expertise? Go check out Wynie Mace. Becky and her crew are amazing. They give amazing hairstyles, spa treatments, and it's not just for the women. Guys, you can go there too. Just look at the reviews and you'll see that they are loved in this community. Tell them Jose sent you there. Go check them out on Main Street in downtown Vermillion.
So
cool. See, my parents, they started watching, they even went to the event at the PBR, or the professional bull riding, at I think they told me it's the Dickies Arena, they're in Fort Worth. And then they're here, and 2 days ago, I think on Monday, we were on YouTube because my dad's like, I want to watch those accidents. He likes that stuff. And we were watching it, and man, they get hit hard.
Oh man.
I I'm surprised. Well, I don't know. I bet people die from that, right?
Oh, I'm sure. I feel like I don't hear about a ton. I mean, a lot of people get messed up. I mean, I know I've heard of people have died from it, or whatever, obviously, but like the big deal is like you ever see them get like hung up, like where their hand gets stuck in that rope and they get like dragged around. Like that's where it gets nasty for sure. For sure. But so yeah, I've known a couple of people that did the PBR and stuff, and shoot, they're always fighting like injuries. Like one guy tore the groin completely off his bone, like or his hamstring completely off the bone, tore his groin, like a bunch of like it's not good. Tough on you. Just short career life for sure.
You didn't want to do because did I tell you that the law school has a rodeo team?
Oh yeah, so that would be Opal Harkins with Carlson now. She just got married. So I know her a little bit who did that. But by then I was already like kind of deep into college. And so technically when I tore my ACL, that rodeo up in Brookings, that was a college rodeo. And I was like independently for USD because we didn't have a rodeo team.
Oh, okay.
And then after I blew out my knee, I was just kind of like, I'll probably call quits for the college rodeo deal. Because I mainly did the team roping, but.
So now it's just all books study.
Oh man.
How is it? I hear it.
Dude, it's a lot.
Yeah, I hear that from the med students, and man, they're always every day, every night. You know, funny thing too is, so Myra was telling me, you know, it was that day. It was that day of labor. She told me, she says, "Hey, you should be a doctor." I'm like, wow, why do I want to be a doctor? So you can make a lot of money. I'm like, the guy said, I don't know. That's like, 4 years of this, and then whatever the residency, and blah blah blah, and working this and that. And then a friend of mine, his name's Andy. I think he just graduated last year too. He's doing his residency. I messaged him. I asked him, hey, we're going to labor this and that. And I asked him, I said, hey, how much was med school? And he told me it's a lot of money. It's a lot. He says, and he tells me, he said, you should go to med school. I was like, I want to go to med school. Why does everyone tell me I should go to med school?
Maybe it's your calling. Maybe it's your calling.
I don't know, man. Funny thing is, during that day of when my kid was born, the nurses, I didn't realize how much nurses do.
Oh,
a lot. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? If I ever did something like in the medical field, I probably would do a nurse. I think that stuff is fun. But I was talking a little bit with them, and because you see they're working with all the babies. I'm like, oh, this seems really fun. But what about the not so fun part? Like, because I asked them, I said, have you seen like babies that are, not doing great? And they're like, yeah. The ones that have the, what do you call it? Baby shaking syndrome.
Oh, that's sad. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was looking, I was like, well, I asked them, because I was kind of nervous, like, because they gave us a pamphlet about, being careful. And I was like, well, how do I not give them baby or the shaking syndrome? Because, with my kid, I like playing with them. And
you're right.
And they're like, no, you have to like physically, like hard.
Yeah, I've heard it's like.
Yeah. And they have like a doll or like some training thing with a doll, and you shake it, and then when it turns red, that's when it knows. I'm like, whoa, so you got to violently do it.
That's why it's like such a big, like, I mean, because you had to try to do it pretty, you know what I mean? Like it's, that's why everybody's like, oh, it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. So, because I asked them, I was like, how, could it be like an accident? I know it's not an accident at all. So I'm like, okay. So it's fun. They said it's fine. You can pick up and have fun. Just don't shake your baby. I'm like, okay, I won't shake them.
I think you can handle it.
Yeah, no, that stuff is cool. But the nurses do. But you know what I wanted to do? Because I get it. People ask me like, "What'd you want to do?" I always wanted to do like how I mentioned. I worked in a lab. I like doing the lab stuff. It's fun. The little.
Do you like it?
Yeah, that stuff is fun. Because what I did was I worked with, his name's XJ Wong, and I think he has like the biggest lab at USD at the med school. And his is cardiovascular research. The stuff is cool.
I was gonna say that sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's actually cool. I think it's cool. And he has like a bunch of genetic mice, all that stuff. So one of the things with the mice, so I handle the breeding and the crossbreeding and all that. And then once they're birthing, you clip, and then I also do their genotyping, and you grab whatever, and you do a Western blot, this and that. And after that first year, I started doing like experiments. And then I got with that doctor, Andy, because he was still a med student, and we did a paper, blah, blah, blah. that stuff was fun. And then I got to learn about you do this, what do you call it? Not echolocation.
An ultrasound?
Yeah, that stuff on the mice, on their hearts. And that stuff was cool. And then you got to do put like a catheter in there and you check. That stuff was fun.
That's pretty sweet. The ultrasound, we'll do that like at school. It's pretty neat to see.
Yeah,
like,
stuff.
Doing all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah, and then there was part like you one of the experiences was like you tighten their carotid arteries and all this stuff. It's fun. It's cool. One of them with the ARC, with the people that help out with all the animals.
Mm-hmm.
Also did like a C-section. All that stuff's fun.
See, go to med school. You got all this surgical experience.
That's what Andy said. Because he says, you have the experience with this stuff. That's what they look at. I'm like, no, you got to be like real smart.
I've worn glasses and I've worn contacts. That's why you guys need to see Prairie Eye Clinic. They offer only the best for their patients. What makes them different is that they go above and beyond. From your general eye exam, glaucoma management, cataracts, LASIK referrals, and more. Also, they got the new Ideal Contacts that's exclusive to Prairie Eye Clinic, delivering the best care at a more affordable cost.
Oh, dude, I can attest. I mean, I feel like I had a pretty rough resume and it ended up working out. I think the perseverance got me in more than anything, just because I stuck with it for so long. And once I'm in, like now it's been going fine. Like, I mean, yeah, it's a lot, but man, my grades in undergrad, nothing special. I don't have any research experience. Just worked on I was an EMT for like 5 years here in town. And yeah, other than that, I tell you, it's a miracle I'm here. Like, I'm super glad they took a chance on me. Cause I'm sure there's nothing short of that. Like, they're like, man, cause they put me on the wait list again. I was quite a bit higher this last time, but I was like, I was not holding my breath. You know, some people were like, yeah, I got in. It was pretty like it's normal. Like,
yeah,
to me, it's like winning the lottery. I get a chance to do something I wanted to do my whole life. So it's like,
take that opportunity.
Yeah, 100%. And so I thought I was going to get wrecked when I started, and it's a lot. You know, their phrase is, it's always like drinking water out of a fire hose as far as information goes. And it is, and that's the hardest part of med school, is just the sheer volume of material you go through all the time. But like, you can always learn just about anything. But yeah, just keeping up, that's like the hard part. And like I said, it's an everyday, it's a job, you know. Like, yeah, I feel like that kind of helped too, like the few years away from school. So I was out of school for like 4 years before I started again. So I was like, oh man, I lost a lot of knowledge in those 4 years, you know, and, but it was almost like a break from school to like reset, you know. So that's good. So now getting here and grinding, it's like, yeah, it sucks, but
yeah, you know what? I think you're right. You'll get used to it and all that. Cause so I talked about a little bit, you know, that little house situation I got. Yeah. So before all that, I didn't know nothing. This is one thing I always regretted. When I was younger with my dad, he always wanted it, because my dad's like handy. He's an electrician, all that, you know. He always wanted, or he would say, hey, you know, let me show you this and that. And you know what I would do? Nah, I want to play video games. I already do that.
I was the same way, man. Yeah. My dad's the same way.
Yeah. And then I was like, dang, man, I wish I knew all that stuff.
Missed out big on that.
Yeah. Luckily, with his house stuff, I learned how to paint. Horrible job. I just finished. Well,
I can help if you ever need it.
Yeah, there you go. I finished up tiling a shower. Man, YouTube helps a lot. That stuff. And then, you know, now I know how to, well, not completely, you know, build some stuff. I put flooring, this and that. Right now with my dad, you know, we're putting some more lights. I'm like, man, I thought this was, I mean, it is hard, but I thought it was impossible. So I'm like, hey, you can learn all this stuff.
It's just so many unknowns when you're going down those roads, you know, like to learn, it's just like, well, you don't have endless money. You don't have any of this. So you can't mess up over and over again, you know? So it's like, you hate to, because the mess ups are harder to fix than just doing it right the first time, you know? So it's like, I know I'm the same. My dad knows how to do virtually everything. True. Oh, I'll help you fix this truck. I'll show you how to do it. Like, whatever. I just like, this is what I'm going to do the rest of my life. I'm like, I don't need to know this. And then now something breaks. I'm like, dang it. Hey, Dad, how's it going?
That's me. And I hate it because I'm like, man, dude, I don't want to keep. There was one time with the whole situation, I had stress with all that stuff. One time I was like, I called my dad, and I was actually crying a little bit. And he's like, what's wrong, mijo? I'm like, man, dude, I'm like 30 years old. I'm calling you for help. I should know this stuff. And he's like, it's fine. It's okay. And I was telling that to some friends, and they said, that's what dads are there for.
Yeah.
He said, are you going to do that with your son? If he calls you, are you going to ignore him? Like, no. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Circle of life, man.
There you go. So what do you want to do after med school? What's the goal?
I don't even know yet. A lot of doors are still open.
Orthopedic surgeon?
Dude, that would be sweet. I would think that's pretty cool. I know I feel like I want to do surgery. I'm pretty confident in that, but I also could be wrong. Like they say, like you'll have the one thing in your head that you think is unshakable.
Yeah.
You'll go like watch it or do something else and you'll be like, why do I want to do that? I might want to do this. You know? But so it's a little early yet, but I definitely think surgery somewhere along the way. Just because I've always worked with my hands, I feel like, you know what I mean? Like the orthopedics would be really sweet because like, you know, getting in there, doing work, like I like that a lot. You know, fixing a problem I can see, like I like that a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I could be happy just about anywhere though. I'm pretty confident in that.
Yeah, you should. I'm not a surgeon. I've done some heart surgery on a mouse. It's not that hard. Oh, okay, it is hard. I had a bunch of them die.
Sure.
So, yeah, there's a difference. There's a human and a mouse.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to get there. I can't come fast enough, but yeah, you just like the more you learn, you just really realize how little you know. Like that, it's like one of those you'll learn a bunch of stuff. Heck yeah, we're making progress. Then the next section comes, you're like, what? And it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's insane.
How much is USD? Their med school around.
Or what do you mean?
Their like tuition and all that stuff. Do you know?
Mine's not too bad as far as like medical school goes. I think mine's like low 30, 40. I can't even remember exactly, but I mean, out of state, obviously it gets quite a bit expensive, but no, mine's not too bad. So yeah, shoot, if you're a resident, you might as well just apply. I'm telling you, they'd love to have a guy like you. I'm pretty weird. A bunch of our classmates we always joke we're the glue guys. Mm-hmm. So we're all pretty like got so blessed with all of these guys and our guys and girls in our class that I mean everybody's just like wanting to help each other out. Cool. Like I was terrified. I thought it was going to be cutthroat. Like I thought nobody's going to want to help you. You know, like super competitive. You know, but man, everybody's just willing to help. Like if you struggle and just be like, man, I just don't get this, or I can't. I just need help. Everybody's like, oh, well, you just do that, like help you out. And then, you know, you return the favor. And like USD does a really good job of like setting it up where it's super, super student friendly, which is really nice.
Who's your professor so far?
We've had like Bruce Cuevas, Victor Huber.
That's my boss.
Oh, yeah. Huber. Yep. So he was just one of our main guys for this last unit. We did immunology and stuff. Dr. Bird. Let's see, who else do we have? Dvorak.
Did you have also, is it Bagoo?
No, not yet. I think
we
might be getting him this next semester, I think.
Rizvani?
Haven't had him yet, I don't think. Unless
later on.
Gosh, I can't even hardly keep up.
How long are those classes? Something like just an hour and a half? Or are they long?
Depending. Like they're probably typically like an hour and a half, hour or so. Well, so I actually don't go very often. I'll watch them on Zoom and then I can go at my own pace. Like I'll just like, you know, they're pretty good about setting up slide sets. Yep. Cause I don't do good sitting in a lecture hall. Like, and
sounds
just,
like me.
Yeah. Like sitting there, just listening to somebody talk to me. I'll be thinking about the wildest stuff and I'll be daydreaming and I'm like, oh God, what did he say? Or if I try to stay really focused and I'll like try to keep up with notes, I'll get behind and then I'm scrambling and then I don't remember anything he just said for like the last 10 minutes. And so I just go into my own room. Like I'll get to the school before school starts. Start going through the PowerPoints, whatever, class gets done. If I have any questions, I'll reach out to a professor or a classmate. And that's it. Yeah, so I try to move more at my pace rather than go to class. I mean, there's benefits to both. I think it's just purely dependent on how you learn. Like some kids love going to class. They can sit there and actually retain what they learn in a classroom where like my brain just don't work like that.
Yeah. This episode is brought to you by 5 Star Barbershop. Are y'all guys looking for a place to get a haircut? I recommend 5 Star Barbershop. They're the #1 barbershop in the southeast region of South Dakota. From haircuts, beards, eyebrows, shampoo, you name it. They also offer discounts for students and athletes. I will add their link so you can make an appointment because they get very, very busy. Now let's get back to it.
that's me. Cause I remember like in school, I was like, man, I have to study for this stuff. But there's people that just, they get it. Like, I don't know how they got it.
Yeah, I was always good about like, I was pretty good at putting minimal effort and being able to do it. Okay. But like this stage of the game, that was like the hardest part, like learning how to study. Like, I mean, you go through like the first semester, in my opinion, that we had was the worst for me, like as far as like material content. And I was like, oh no, this is so much, so hard. How am I going to get all this done? Because I used to, like, if I was really going to study, I'd like write every single word down on every single slide over and over again until like it was engraved in my brain. But there's just too much. You can't really do that now.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. It's just a lot of reading. Like anymore, I just read, I read, and I read, and I read, and I read.
It's just memorization?
That, and then like I'll read, and then I'll try to like, I'll hook myself up with some like practice questions from Chat GPT or something. You know, I'll load in, you know, a couple PowerPoints and say, hey, give me some medical school level grade questions. And, you know, I'll give you the answer. You tell me why I'm right and why the other ones are wrong or whatever. And it's working so far. So I can't complain too much. But.
Is there a field in medicine you're like, nah, I don't want to do that?
Oh, man. No, but I would be terrified. I think the one thing for me, it would be really gratifying, like pediatrics, working with kids. Like I think I'd like that, but it would destroy me with the bad stuff that you see.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because
like it would be fun working with kids and like helping them, but like, man, it would just destroy me if I messed up and a kid got hurt or, you know, something like that.
Man, and all that, because, you know, lately I was looking more at stuff, because what I was scared of was like, what if, you know, my kid has, of course I love him and everything, but what if he has like, you know, is there like a defect in his heart or this? Because I know I had a family member, her daughter had a heart defect. I think everything's fine, but she had like, I think like 6 surgeries and, you know, their kids. Like, man, I don't know if I could. Oh, it will break me too. Luckily, I think everything's fine. But
Dude, that's awesome.
But the same thing, I asked them, like, because they do all these screenings. I'm like, is everything good? Like, man, they're like, yeah, everything should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was, we had, it was a few years ago, there was a couple from our church. I didn't know, but they said their kid, I think she was 12 at the time, but when she was a kid, she had cancer. I forgot what cancer it was. So they would put her like in chemo. I'm like, man, as a kid,
man, hard.
Yeah. So that's tough. I think something, if I was going to be a doctor, I think one thing I think I would be kind of scared would be like those ERs, like emergency.
ER doc.
I don't know.
See, I thought about doing that. Like it's still on the table for me. I like
EMT.
Well, just like the wide variety of stuff you see, you never know what's coming through the door. Like that part would be kind of cool. But I feel like for me, I need the happiness too. And like I'm a pretty bubbly guy. Like I like to have fun and laugh and whatever. But like ER, man, in my head, I don't know much about it yet. But like, man, I feel like it'd wear me down eventually, just over and over, just chaos. And because, you know, whether you fix their problem or not, it's not like you really get a chance to connect with that patient again, you know, and like see how they're doing or check in on them because, you know, they'll get sent to a different branch of the hospital or whatever for checkups. And so it's like you see them, you treat them, and they go somewhere else. So like if you do something really good and you save their life, it's like, well, maybe, you know, you get to see them a little bit, but then after that, it's like, on to the next one. But I don't know.
Another thing that they would tell me, some doctors I've talked to, they say they're not doing, I know they make a lot of money, but they're not doing it for the money. So that's why I got to tell my wife, hey, it's not for the money. I feel like I could do something else instead of that if I want to make the same amount.
I mean, they obviously do well and like, but you have to like want to do it, love it. Like, I mean, I truly want to help people. Like, does it hurt that you'll make a good living doing it? No, but like, that is not the reason. But like, I'm just, I've always wanted to help people. Like my dad almost died of cancer when I was like 5.
What? Really?
Yeah. Had like really bad melanoma, was told he was going to die in like 3 months, complete remission. Like he's good now. And then, and then like my dad's been through a lot. Had a semi trailer like drop on his head. Like when I was younger, he was working on something and he had it lifted up with the loader and the chain slipped and like he was standing under like the gooseneck part of the trailer,
Uh-huh.
and it like broke like 3 vertebrae in his neck. And then so he was like paralyzed for like a split second, and then it kind of came back.
Oh,
And so we got him to the hospital. And when he got back, you know, so when they fix that, they cut through the throat here, and then they go back and like fuse it. And he gets home, and you can tell he's all messed up. And shoot, he wasn't home for like 5 minutes. All of a sudden, he's like wheezing, couldn't breathe. I was like, what the? And he's like, skin changes starting to happen. I'm like, oh gosh, dang it. So we get him in the truck again. I'd hauled butt to the hospital, and he had like a hematoma forming in his throat, like big blood clot. And so they're trying to put a tube in him to help him breathe. Couldn't get it. And they're going. And they were about to do a trach on him and then put the tube in through there. And then they finally got it. Like the doctor comes out. He's like, my mom. He's like, Roberta, what your husband just went through is very traumatic, because they didn't give him any drugs, no nothing. This was all just him wide awake, just, you know, couldn't do anything about it. And he's like, yeah, it's pretty traumatic. Like, he's probably gonna need some therapy. My mom's like, oh, honey, if you've seen half the crap he's put me through, he'll be just fine. But my dad's tough bugger. But
nice. How old is he?
See, he was born 66. His birthday's actually on the 30th here, so it's coming up. So what does that make him? Like 60? Is he gonna be 59? 60, 59 this year.
My dad's 50. He's from 72, 50 something, 52, 53. He's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I was kind of scared was it early this year or was it last year? He had, they put a stent on his heart.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have any problems, but they said, I think they were checking it. If I remember right. Just a routine thing. And then if I remember right, they said that he was any day he would have had like a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh snap! And then they're telling me that he's gonna put a stent in this and that. And I remember that day. I'm still here. They're back in Texas. And man, I was so scared. I was like, man, what if something happens or this and that? And no, luckily everything's fine. And he says whatever they put on there, he has like so much energy, this and that. And he was telling me that, you know, got to be careful how he eats, this and that. And no, now he's doing that. It's because on his, I think he told me that he started gaining weight because at his job. So he's an electrician. He's always been on the field. Mm-hmm. And then after high school, after I graduated high school, they promoted him. And now he's what do they call it? Project manager, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
At the company he's at. So he does a lot of, now he's like a lot in the office.
The admin guy, a little bit more administrative, like the organization side of things.
And he'll drive a lot. So he told me, he says he's not doing a lot of physical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he got lazy. So, but now like, he'll do stuff at his house. He likes, likes working on stuff, especially now when he was helping me this year, like over the summer, in the spring, over the summer. With the house, he's all there outside and helping with this. I'm there like all tired. And he said he could sleep. I'm like, man, you really like this. You really like it with this stuff. I want to just play video games. I want to be a streamer.
Yeah, right. I wish I was good enough to be a streamer, but not. But dude, my dad had a heart attack when he was 50.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, and like prior to that, I think he had like 4 stents put in. Like, and then I think he ended up having like a 99% coronary blockage, and like drove himself to the hospital at like 3:45 in the morning. We only live like 2 miles or a mile and a half from the hospital, but he like wakes my mom up. And when my dad wants to go to the hospital, like it's real. Like he's like never goes. And he's like, yeah, Bert, we gotta go to the hospital. And she's like, oh, okay. So she went to the bathroom quick. He was so freaked out, he left her, and so he drove, and they're like, yeah, you're having a heart attack, and the doctor's like, hey, next time you're having a heart attack, don't drive yourself to the hospital. But my dad just a whole different breed. But
there you go. Those people are tough, man. Back
then they had wish we were a little bit more. I look at like my dad and I'm like, man, I wish I was a little bit more like that. Like just being able to fix everything. I mean, that's just what they did. Like, they work hard all the time. It sucked growing up because I had to work hard too, because dad was like, come on.
Yeah.
I was like, God, I want to hang out with my friends, just do stuff. But
see that. You ever heard those people where they're like, oh, back in my day, I had to like walk 5 miles to school.
Uphill both ways.
Yeah. So my wife, she has like almost the same experience as my dad. So because my wife, she's born in Mexico, born and raised for like 25 years. And she said she had to work when she was 12 years old, and then all this and that and blah blah blah. So man, when I complain about something, man, she goes like, oh, I like for example, I told her, man, I had to like work back in college, I was working at Best Buy part-time. And I would say, man, I go to school in the morning and then I would work at night. I'm like, I'm a little tired. Of course, she was like, oh man, I had to do both. She's there like 20 credit hours and then working 2 jobs and whatever. I'm like, all right, so comparing it. Yeah, stuff like that. No, she's tough too. Maybe I'm the weenie.
Yeah, right. I feel that way too. My wife, she works her tail off too. Like, she's PA up in Sioux Falls. She just got hired for neurology. And but yeah, we were talking about this beforehand. I was like, I mean, if any of us really had a true shot of getting into medical school, it's her. Like, she's brilliant, super smart, and I mean, hard worker. Like, wakes up an hour before she needs to just to make sure everything's ready and roll. And like, she's just zone, always locked in. For me, I'm like, let's say I need to be here at like 8 o'clock. Wake up at 7:45. I'll be here at 7:56 or whatever. I'll hustle through it. But like, but yeah, she's been really good for me just because she kind of keeps me in check, make sure I stay straight. But it's all good.
That's how she is. She's very good at planning, organization.
See,
I can't do that.
Nope, zero. I have zero organization skills.
I'm good at. Not gonna lie, I suck at everything. But like,
don't say that.
Adapting at the situation. Like she's very, she organizes everything to the detail. But if something doesn't go to plan, she kind of freaks out a little bit. And then I guess that's where I step in. Well, okay, we'll figure it out. We'll do this, whatever. But like right now, she always handled like our budget and all this and that. But since the pregnancy, I have to help her. So I was like, I could do that. How hard can it be? Well, yeah, I think it's pretty hard. Like, the numbers, keeping track of what we spend, this and that. And I'm like, man, this is hard.
Yeah.
But I think I kind of got it. But I don't know, man, those numbers, I'm telling you, like, she's getting like offers for this or whatever. Finance. I don't know. She's really good. I don't know what it is. She also, this is what she told me, because I was telling her back in school, we would use calculators. She said they didn't have calculators. They didn't have internet. I was like, you didn't live in the third world. I mean, it's not that bad, Mexico. But she said, like in high school, they would take, they had calculus already.
Dang.
And they didn't use calculators. And like they would do calculus like on the board.
Insanity.
Yeah, she knows her multiplication. I still have to like my nines. I'm like, this is the trick. So she makes fun of me. And then, because I would hear this in school. They're like, oh, don't use a calculator. You got to memorize the formulas because you're not going to use it. Mm-hmm. But then school, like in college, we're using calculators and this and that. I even had like a professor tell me, he's like, why would I use my head? That's why I got a calculator.
That's what we get the tools for. Like, I'm the same way. I'm terrible at math. Like your standard multiplication stuff. But anytime letters get involved, I'm like, no, I'm out. I don't like it. Oh, I don't like it.
You got, there's an I. It's an imaginary number. I'm like, what do you mean it's imaginary? It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Why are we using it?
Yeah, why are we talking about it? If it's not real, what are we doing here? Yeah. No, not a fan. I hate math, but like geometry, like stuff like I'd use for like my painting business. Like, if I need to find an angle of something, like that, I'm fine with. But like anything that means nothing to me, I'm just like, I don't really see why I need to know how to do a derivative of this equation, like whatever. I'm not even sure what a derivative is anymore. But because we had to take calculus, and I was like, what are we doing? Like I was so confused. But
have you guys used any of the math in med school or not?
Very, very little. Very little. No, just that, thank God, because we had just like statistics. We've done a little bit of that. So like that's about and pretty basic stuff too. Like they give you your set equations, make your little 2x2 box and figure out,
no
your
cosine, tangent,
nope,
or none of that.
Nope, none of that.
I feel like I wasted a bunch of.
Knock it on wood because I don't want to see it. So
No, I hope not. Have you guys been using any AI stuff?
yeah, so we'll use it. So I was surprised by that. So when I finished college, I never used AI once. Like I don't think it was really getting used much. Like when I got out, and then when I got back, everybody's using it. For creating study guides or practice questions and stuff like that. Well, then. For our clinical foundation section, so when we kind of focus more on how to become a doctor in the clinic, like treating patients and stuff, diagnosing, whatever. So we'll do kind of training exercises where, he'll give us symptoms and stuff like that. And he'll have us, use I can't remember which AI it is, but anyways, you use one of them. And you kind of type in your symptoms, what's going on with this patient. And you just ask it, can you give me some differential diagnoses? Boom, get it back and say, it could be this, this, and this. And then here's the most important ones not to miss. And then so I was a little confused by that because I figured, they'd lecture it to you these are the symptoms of this disease or this is this. And so then, but now he's like, no, just type this into AI because one, you're going to have it in the future, which he's right. But you really do learn it pretty fast by doing it that way too. Because after you type it in a bunch of times, you're let's say the one you did the first time, fast forward 10 weeks and you're doing another training exercise and you're like, well, I remember we had that one case and those symptoms were related to this. And then, so you're kind of learning through that. But yeah, so we use AI for stuff like that, or when we do our OSCEs and we meet with standardized patients. That's always freaky. It's an actor portraying a patient. And it's super weird. The first day I walked in there, I'm like, none of this is real. And it just feels weird. But anyways, so you create your patient note and then some people will use AI to organize it after they write it and kind of make it all fit.
Cool.
Or you'll still kind of go back and use that AI to help you find possible diagnoses. And yeah, it's pretty useful. And like I said, I use it mainly for studying for tests and creating practice questions.
I was looking at it this week. Let me see if I can find it. So this guy on, because I was on Reddit. Man, I need to get this internet stuff. But it was cool because I was on their ChatGPT on that one. And here it is. They were doing a diagnostics. Oh no, I lost it. Let me see if I can find it. I can't. Anyways, they he had pictures of his spine, some those radiograph, whatever.
X-rays.
Yeah, X-rays.
Yep.
And he was using AI. He said, "Hey, I have a bunch." He said, "These are from the file, blah blah blah. Can you check to see some pattern about whatever?" And he uploaded more and more. I guess he was kind of training it or something. And yeah, it was picking up because it picked up a misdiagnosis of some spinal whatever. Hey, that's kind of cool. It's not telling because still, I guess as a doctor, you still got to check everything.
Right.
But it's finding those just little things that I guess you can't see. So I'm like, oh, this stuff is kind of cool.
Kind of you hear about they use AI for the fighter pilots and it'll beat a normal pilot 100% of the time.
Yeah, I heard that.
That's absolutely insane. But yeah, same type of deal. You put it in, it can just crazy analyze all that data or that picture. And then you got to be there a second to check it. Cause sometimes you'll put something in AI and it'll spit you something back. You're like, what are you talking about? There's no way that's a thing. But anyways, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a super useful tool. Just like anything, everybody's like, I don't know, I don't like it. I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want to be treated solely by AI, but it'll be a tool. Hopefully it stays as a tool and not a direct way of.
It's not going to take your job. It's going to be a robot doctor.
Yeah, I guess.
No, that's
just my luck. I finally achieved what I wanted to, and we all turn into AI doctors.
Nah, because there's still that human aspect, that emotional, that stuff. It's all cool. I use AI a lot, but I use it for different things. Sometimes I'll use it at work. Sometimes I'll just talk to it, find some. I like history stuff, so I use that. Sometimes with little videos, it'll help me with a little, not too much on the script. It'll give me just brainstorming ideas. So Funny thing, man. So this isn't the only thing I do. So I do like like those shorts, TikToks, all that stuff. I do.
I think I watched one of your like cooking videos one time.
So Myra's an amazing cook. She is good, and I'm not just bragging. Like she's good, especially Mexican. Of course, better than Taco John's.
Sure.
So she wanted to do like those recipe stuff like you see on YouTube and all that. And I was like, hey, let's do something like that. I think I could do this. I'm not a film guy, but I see what they do. So we were doing some of that stuff. I got to do 2 versions because one of them, it's me just, I'm just messing around. It's kind of funny. People are like, hey, that's kind of funny. And the other one's like the more serious with or whatever. So recently I was like, hey, let's do, because she said her dream is to try different places and travel and this and that. I'm like, hey, well, let's do some reviews. So we did, we have 3 right now. They're just little shorts or TikToks, whatever you call it, reels. We did, we're hitting up some places in Sioux City and Sioux Falls, tacos.
Oh, nice.
Just like that. Well, we were doing that one. We did the first one. We found one in Sioux Falls and we go to places that are kind of unknown. And that one had like 105,000, whatever, all that crap. And then this, I'll tell you this one. The second one, this one was in Sioux City. And so when I record...
Did you go to Lawas?
Now, I got a lot of recommendations.
Lawas pretty good.
So I'll explain that one. So what I do is, I'll record like, the outside and then I'll record the menu. I don't record people. And then it's just us. I'll record the food because people don't want to see me. They want to see the food.
Yeah.
The second place we got there, it's called La Monja Blanca number 2. It's the second time we've been there. The first time was good. We went there. It was like 10 minutes before closing at night because we're like, hey, let's just hit this place up. It was pretty good. We could do a little review. The first thing that I see, they're microwaving the tortillas.
Oh.
I've never seen that happen. That's a sin.
Cardinal sin.
Yeah, you get executed. I think my Aztecs ancestors would probably cut your head off if you did that. So I'm like, well, let me record that. I'm recording everything. I'm gonna do a review based on that night. Same thing. The food was okay. I think they were. I think all that stuff they were doing all that because it's almost closing. Sure. Oh, I don't know. If I'm a real food critic, I will go wherever I want. So the food's fine. I get a message on TikTok from the
restaurant.
I don't know. First, this is what it said. I should probably pull it up. I should pull it up because I saw the profile. It was gone. Yeah, here it is. It's still there. So this is what it says. It says, hey, I'm the girl in the video in the nicest ways. Please put the video down. I am a minor and I would hate to seek legal action. First of all, I'm like, I didn't record any person at all. And I'm checking it. I'm like, okay, let me check. And I'm looking through the video. I'm like, I don't see anyone. I just record. I was like, is it the person in the microwave? I didn't record that person. I just recorded the microwave. And then there's like half a second, like the video. So the video's like this. In the corner when I'm recording the menu. Yeah. It's the server. You can see like half her face like pop out. I'm like, is that her? I'm like, that's no way because there's no profile pic. Yeah. I was a little scared. I'm like, that's probably one of those scan things. Yeah. Anyways, because I was checking the comments. I was like, I thought everything's fine. But the next night, I get a message and it's the same. It's like the same user, but this one has a profile pic. I'm like, I think that has to be her. I tell Myra, I was like, that's the same girl? She said, that looks like the same girl. And then this is what I get. It says, are you doing it for views or money or both? Because you have honestly ruined my life and mental health. School has barely started to work out for me and your video just completely threw it in the garbage. So please take the video I'm in down since you took a video of me without my consent. I started freaking out. I get like
that's
that.
Absolutely insane, but
yeah. And I'm like, are they bullying her? So I was looking at the comments.
Yeah, I hope not.
Yeah, I was looking at the comments. So I'm like, okay, that's probably her. I wonder if they're making fun of her. So I'm looking at the comments on TikTok and Facebook. Because on Facebook, I have the reel, and then there's a group called Siouxland Eats. It's just all the food in Sioux Falls, this whole Siouxland region. And that one kind of blew up a little bit. And I was looking at the comments. No, the comments are either they're saying, oh, you should try like Juanitas. You should try all these different places around South Dakota. Or it's them making fun of me that I don't know nothing about Mexican food. Those are the comments.
Right.
No one talks about the girl, this and that. I'm like,
especially if her face is only in it for like
you can't see
like
it.
A flash.
And then I'm like, can I get in trouble for this? And I was checking the laws. I was actually using ChatGPT about like the recording laws.
What'd chat say? Are you safe?
It says I'm safe.
Nice.
Yeah, it says first of all, you can record wherever you want. And I'm not like, I don't want to be like a douchebag. I'm not recording people.
Trying to.
No, I'll record whatever. And if I'm going to record, like I was thinking about the next place, I was going to ask those people, I'm like, hey, I do like a little review. Is it all right if I record the whole entire thing? If they say yes, fine. If not, it's fine. It's just the food.
Right.
And also I was like, okay, what about like if they're underage, like under 18, can I get in trouble? And they're like, no, if public place, it's fine. I'm like, okay. And then I was talking to some people. They said, hey, they were telling me it's fine, dude. They're like, it's part of those scam things. They probably think you're making bank.
Right. And they're not getting a piece of the pie. They're trying to get
which
a little bit
I'm not making. I wish I could make money.
Right.
Yeah. One of the comments was like, hey, did you give it a nice score? Or another restaurant, did you give it a nice score because they paid you? I'm like, no, but hey, if they want to pay me.
Yeah. You can buy my vote.
Yeah. So that stuff is.
So you should start doing like what Dave Portnoy does, like one bite, everybody knows the rules. You ever seen that? Like with the pizza?
Oh, yeah.
Just start doing that with tacos.
I should.
That'd be kind of sick.
Yeah. But see, like the reviews are cool. Yesterday, or was it yesterday? Me and my dad, we were going to Sioux Falls and then somewhere else. And they were kind of hungry. So we hit up Beersford. There's a restaurant or a cafe called the Hole in One. I'd never been there. And I was like, well, let me just record some of the food. And man, this food was pretty good. I had this
Hole in One.
Yeah. It's in some gas station.
Or a hole in the wall?
Oh, hole in the wall. There you go.
Hole in the wall.
Not
I haven't been there, but I've heard it's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, prices are pretty good. And because usually when I go to like a diner or something, I'm like, I could just make pancakes and eggs or whatever. But I got this omelet. Dang, this omelet slapped. This was pretty good. My dad got like a breakfast burrito. He never orders that stuff. And it was pretty good.
Nice.
So I was probably going to do like a little, video, hit up some places around South Dakota.
Yeah, what's that? There's one in Sioux Falls that's really good for Mexican food. Gosh, what was that?
Oh man, they gave me a bunch of recommendations on Mexican food.
I want to say, is it Nikki's?
Oh yeah, I heard of that. Isn't it like also a Mexican store, like a grocery store?
Yeah. That place is phenomenal, dude.
Okay,
it's super good.
I will tell you. So
because they got their own like meat locker and everything there. And, like so, everything's like crazy fresh.
Oh, I need to try the food.
I haven't been there for like 5 or 6 years probably, but like super good.
It's one of the recommendations. That one and then La Juanitas.
Yeah, La Juanitas. I feel like all the college kids know that one.
So that one, those comments. So I get those too. And then it's a bunch of people arguing, saying, oh, it's overrated. Oh, it's underrated. Oh, it's overrated. Well, I'll be the judge of that.
That's right. That's what you're here for.
We
need you to keep the peace.
Exactly. I'm not no taco expert.
Yeah.
My wife will. Well, I don't know. I get some of those comments. Man, they like one of them, like on the first one, I just said, hey, like at the end, I was like, hey, because they'll sometimes give you like a double tortilla. That's really common. And I say, hey, like a little trick, just messing around. If you split the tortilla and you add more meat, you get more food. Whatever.
Two tacos.
Yeah, just like that. It's something that my mom would do when we were younger to like kind of stretch out the dollar. Some guy, he commented saying that same thing is like sacrilege, whatever, or I wouldn't trust a guy that splits the tortilla, this and that. And I think it's all fun. So I commented, and it's on there, and because this one was on the Facebook one. I said, I told him, I said, oh, this is what we did. Lower income people kind of do it to stretch out the dollar. And I said, my bad if, that you grew up rich or whatever, just joking around. Yeah. And I know what he's going to say. And this is what he says. I grew up as, with a single mom and I struggle, blah, blah, blah. And you don't. I'm like, dude, it's just a fucking joke.
Right.
Whatever.
Should have split your tortilla.
Yeah. Dude, they're just tacos. You do whatever you want. The only thing I'm like, hey, don't do is put sour. I don't like that.
Or put the tortilla in the microwave.
Oh, can't do that. And you know what? With this girl, and maybe it's her family's thing, and probably what I think probably happened, in Sioux, because it's in Sioux City.
Might have got in a little trouble with work or something.
Maybe at work, or maybe the same thing. If it's real, like her friends or at school, maybe people saw it on there, and they're probably just giving her a little crap, saying, "Hey, you guys microwave tortillas."
I can't imagine you ruined her life.
Yeah,
I think that'd be
and if this is true, I apologize, but if I go to McDonald's and I see them, I don't know, if I see a rat, I think and I record the rat, I don't know, just do the stuff right. I'm gonna do the same thing if I hit up these restaurants like Silk Road, CC's. Just give me, I don't know. Imagine if I did the same thing,
right?
And people are like, hey, I saw you guys recording or doing the microwave thing. Well, I should do it better, right? It's a food review. So that's my deal.
What's your favorite restaurant here in town?
In town, I would hit up, there's 3 places. I like Silk Road, CC's, and Dakota Brick House.
It was a Brick House, probably my favorite.
Brick House. If I'm going to go out to eat with family, we'll go Brick House. If we want to go to a special, just like me and my wife, like a little date, I'll hit up CC's because it looks really nice.
Sure.
Actually, the food's pretty good too sometimes. There was actually all the food's pretty good, except there was one time it was I was like, because I know who they are. I'm like, oh man, Josh, what are you doing? You gotta step it up. No, but their food's pretty good.
Yeah, I've had they do have good food.
Yeah, Silk Road, I like Silk Road a lot, especially I know the owners. We had Silk Road 3 days ago. They're called Stew's Nudes. Man, I like spicy food.
Might try it.
Yeah, I think I've had Old Lumber, the Hartford.
Yeah, Hartford Steakhouse. Yeah.
I've had like Bunions. I finally went to Leo's because I heard about their wings.
Yeah, they've got decent wings.
Yeah, actually, the wings are pretty good.
Yeah,
good price.
Yeah, they're like $10 for a meal.
Yeah,
like can't beat that hardly anywhere.
Yeah, pretty good.
So I used to work at Bunions too. I used to be a bartender server over at Bunions earlier in college.
Owner's Heidi, right?
Yep, Heidi and Blaine. Yeah.
Yeah, I asked Heidi. I messaged her because she's also her kid plays on the same basketball and softball. They all play.
Sure.
I asked her, hey, you want to be on the podcast? And she's like, ask my husband Blaine.
Dude, you should definitely have him.
I messaged Blaine, and I think he said he's nervous, so I'll hit him up again.
Dude, they're great people. Super great people.
Does he own Blaine's Body Shop, or is that someone else?
I'm not entirely sure.
Or maybe it's just the thing. Bunions, I had their same thing. I had their wings. I think they were a dry rub. I liked it. The only thing I ordered a hamburger. I'll eat everything, but I get picky or I'll be like, oh man, the burger. It was like like a Swiss. What did they have? It was a burger. There was Swiss cheese or it was pepper jack. They had mushrooms.
Mushroom Swiss.
Yeah. So I'm a fan of mushrooms, but I could tell maybe it was on that. And Heidi, I'm telling you, Heidi and Blaine, if you guys want to get on and correct me. The mushrooms, it looked like it was canned.
Oh, sure.
I could tell canned mushrooms and all that. The burger was fine. It was just a little nitpick.
Dude, you got to get the pig wing cheeseburger there.
Pig wing?
Pig wing cheeseburger. It's so good. So good. It's like, you're going to be full too. It's monster burger, but it's so good. That's like all I get there for the moment. We were actually just there last night. We had some walleye, whatever, but dude, the pig wing cheeseburger, knock your socks off. It's super good.
Okay.
Super good. It's like, it would be like pulled pork, barbecue sauce, cheeseburger. So it's the cheeseburger topped with pulled pork, barbecue sauce. Or you can get the sauce cooked in or on the side. I always get it cooked in. But yeah, you can just get that burger and it'll fill you up. And it's really good. Flavor's great.
Have you ever had Hex Barbecue?
Yeah. Yep. Jody.
Yeah, that's the next one I need to upload. I think this week if I have time. I had him on. Man, his barbecue's good. I think
he's a pretty cool guy.
He's cool.
Yeah.
He had back a few years ago, he had a boxing club. Yeah, I didn't know that.
I did that for a few months. Yeah.
I asked him, I said, you don't want to bring it back up. He has plans. He says if he could find someone that I think that's what he's telling me. Larry Brady gave him I think he found a place for him to have the.
Yeah, I can't remember what he said. He said like part of the building could be used for that. Because I talked to him. He was one of the first people I saw when med school started, and I remembered him from when it was back when the fraternities would do this thing called Teak Fight Night. So all the frats, they would kind of send out their whatever weight class of boxers, and you'd have to go practice with Jody like you do these boxing classes and get kind of somewhat trained up to where you kind of knew what you were doing.
That's cool.
And then you'd go box at this event that they would host. and it was called Teak Fight Night, and just boxing. Yeah, winners take the victory and whatever.
Do they still do that or not?
No, I don't think so.
What?
I could be wrong, but because I'm pretty sure they stopped doing that. Oh man, it had to have been like the year after I was going to do it. So I ended up having 2 people in my weight class from my fraternity. I was like a freshman. He was a senior. And, yeah, I beat him out for our like tryout to do it. And he's like, yeah, dude, you need to do this. You'll win, like whatever. Well, then the bars offered our team, all of the boxers from our house, free beer for the night for all fighters. And he's like, yeah, sorry, man, I'm gonna have to take that. And I was like, yes, I get it. And then Jody's like, oh, well, I talk to this one guy from like, I can't remember where, from like Missouri or something, like an actual boxer, like with like 20 some fights under his belt. I have none. And he goes, he's looking for just like a little whatever. And they said something about coming up here. And I was like, I mean, sure. I'm like, I'm going to get my head knocked off.
Did you do it?
No, I don't think it was going to work, but I would have. But I think that I don't know how serious that guy was about doing that. I just remember he said something. I was like, serious. All of a sudden I was like, oh, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it, I guess. Like, just because I wanted to be a part of it, you know, like
you could see rodeo, doctor, a professional boxer.
Yeah, I don't know if I could have handled that. I think that getting hit in the head a bunch probably isn't too conducive to the doctor part.
Yeah. Did you see that Jake Paul fight?
I didn't. I saw just some highlights of it though.
Yeah, I saw the highlights.
I was kind of happy to see the result, but
yeah, I saw the highlights. I was telling my dad. So my dad, he watches boxing, especially when it's Canelo. I told him yesterday
that dude's a bad man.
Yeah. Oh, you know what Canelo? I saw an interview with Canelo. They asked him, why do you do boxing? I was expecting him to say, it's my passion and this and that. This is what he said. He says, easy money.
Okay. I mean, for him, it does look pretty easy most of the time. So give it to him.
It is easy money.
Yeah.
That Jake Paul, I think, where's his name? Anthony
Joshua.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yep. Broke his jaw in 2 places.
Yeah. I saw those highlights. I'm like, man,
he wrecked him.
Yeah, like bad, real bad. I don't know if that's the first like real boxer because he always gets old guys.
Well, did he lose one before? Yeah, because he lost. Didn't he lose to that? What's his name? Tyson Fury's brother.
Is it Nick? No,
not Nick Fury.
No,
part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Did he?
God, what is his name? That one really good boxer. I'm pretty sure that's
because he's fought. If he fought Mike Tyson, he's fought.
That fight was ridiculous.
Did he fight Floyd Mayweather?
No. Did he? No.
Or was that his brother?
I feel like that was his brother.
Okay, it says he got 12 wins, 2 losses.
Yeah, so he lost to, I think,
Tommy Fury.
Tommy Fury, there you go.
Yeah, okay.
So he lost to him, and then he just lost to Anthony
Joshua. Yeah. Man, probably boxing and getting hit in the head because he got hit hard. Dude, and that guy's a heavyweight.
Yeah.
Like bad.
Yeah.
But Jody, I think he should bring that boxing back.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it's just like, so I was a wrestler in high school. Dude, to me, there's not a better experience than that. Like, dude, you just grind and then you want to stop really bad and quit everything. And you just kind of push through it. And it just, I don't know, it brings something out in you that I think's like really, really good just for like, and you carry it with you forever. Like, it's just like, I've been through that. I can handle this kind of thing. Like wrestling to me was like, hands down the best sport I ever did in my life. Like as far as like kind of like personal development and just like, I mean, it's a good skill. Like, if, like knowing how to defend yourself and whatnot. But the wrestling was fun. But boxing, it's same thing. Like I think teaches you a lot of discipline. And so Jody, bring it back.
Yeah, or team up with Jody, have like a med school.
Yeah, I've got so much time. I should.
See how the effects of CTE.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, actually, I think there was a previous student that he did a research project, and he went to the rodeos because he rodeoed too. And they had like this sensor that they would put in the helmets of like the bull riders and the bronc riders to monitor like how much like brain damage they get, like to see like, cause violent movements and stuff. Like, so they're doing, I think it's like study on like pretty much CTE. And like that would be a pretty cool project. Cause then like I was like, dang, I wish I could have done something like that. Just go to all the events I'd normally want to go to
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah.
do a little research on the side. But yeah, that was a pretty cool project. I'd like to see how that one turned out. But yeah.
But yeah, sweet. See, we've been at it for an hour.
Dang.
Yeah, but we gotta cut it because I need to do my last minute Christmas shopping.
Oh
I
yeah, it's
forgot.
Christmas Eve. I keep
Yeah,
forgetting
Christmas.
about that.
Any plans for Christmas Eve?
Just gonna go home. I'm gonna head home today. Probably work on my truck. I got a few things I need to fix, and then I think we're going to church tonight too. And then spend the day with the family tomorrow, and
Yep.
spend time with loved ones. Just have a good week.
Good holidays. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's where we should end. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too, and congratulations on the new baby boy.
Thank you. Yeah, I was
Heir to the throne.
heir to the throne. I call him the chosen.
The chose.
Yeah, I was telling a quick thing before I cut it off. I was telling people right before he was gonna be born. I said, hey, if you guys hear trumpets and then the ceiling or the
clouds
sky,
open up.
yeah. That means he's born. And then for some reason, I was reading some stuff on Revelations. I was like, oh, snap. Okay, good thing no one heard the trumpet.
Yeah, right. Might be getting called up pretty quick.
So, but yeah. All right. Merry Christmas to
You
everyone.
too, man. Thanks for having me on.
Sweet.